LeBron James, the best player of the current generation and possibly the greatest of all time. He has had many good seasons in his career, but for the season to be great, he needs to be out of this world. Here is a list of the top 5 seasons in his career so far. What's up YouTube, it's your boy SD back with another video, and let's get into it. Number 5, the 2008-2009 LeBron. LeBron won his first MVP this season, leading the Cavs to 66 wins. 66 wins was not only the league's best record for that season, but also the most wins the Cavaliers have ever won in one season. That season, he led them to the Eastern Conference Finals with Mo Williams and Zydrunas Ilgauskas as his second and third best player. He put up 28.4 points per game, along with 7.6 rebounds and 7.2 assists per game. That season, he also played 81 games, the second most in his career. LeBron did lose to the Magic in 6, but the Magic were a far superior team to his. Number 4, the 2007-2008 LeBron. This was the first and only time in his career when LeBron led the league in scoring. He scored 30 points per game this season, the only time he averaged it in the 30 point per game mark in his career. He was only able to win 45 games this season, but in the playoffs he took the eventual champions Boston Celtics to 7 games. He was the only one to take them to 7 games, losing by 5 points in the final game. That game he went insane, dropping 45 points. That season, Zydrunas and Daniel Gibson were his best teammates. Only 3 other players scored in the double figures, and 2 of them barely, with 10.4 and 10.3 points per game. To go along with this 30 points per game, he averaged 7.9 rebounds and 7.2 assists per game. He had a super productive year this year, but he was just missing a team success needed to be higher on the list. Number 3, the 2015-2016 LeBron. The 3-1 LeBron. That was LeBron's biggest achievement in his career so far, and without it, this LeBron might have missed the list. That season, LeBron put up 25.3 points per game to go alongside 7.4 rebounds per game and 6.8 assists per game. The Cavaliers won 57 games, the most he's ever won during his second stint with Cleveland. That year, he also missed Kyrie Irving for the first 29 games. The playoffs were what made this year super impressive. He went 12-2 in the Eastern Conference and swept the Pistons and Hawks in the first and second round. In the finals, he faced the Golden State Warriors, who went 73-9 and were led by the first ever unanimous MVP, Steph Curry. That series, he came back from down 3-1. He was the first and only time the team has ever done it in the finals. Along the way to the championship, he led everyone in the finals in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. He also had 2 back-to-back 41-point games in Game 5 and 6 and dropped a triple-double in Game 7 to win the series. Number 2, the 2017-2018 LeBron. LeBron's most recent season. This season was filled with turmoil with locker room issues, and the front office trained the whole team at the trade deadline. This was also right after Kyrie demanded a trade and the front office sent him to Boston. He still somehow won 51 games this year and averaged 27.5 points per game and career highs in rebounds and assists with 8.6 rebounds per game and 9.1 assists per game. He also played in 82 games that season, the most in his career. In the playoffs, he took a horrible Cavs team to the finals and even almost beat the Warriors Game 1 if it wasn't for J.R. Smith. That playoffs, he went insane, averaging 34 points, 9 assists, and 9.1 rebounds per game. This would be his best season if it wasn't for how good he was as athletic prime. Number 1, the 2012-2013 LeBron. This was when LeBron was as athletic prime. He won MVP this season and won the finals in 7 games over the San Antonio Spurs. This season, LeBron averaged 26.8 points per game, 8 rebounds a game, and 7.2 assists per game. He was also extremely efficient, staying career highs in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. He shot 56.5% from the field and 40.6% from 3, and that was the only time he shot over 40% of his career from the 3-point line. He was almost the first unanimous MVP this year, but he was 1 vote off, and that was because the New York journalists thought the Knicks would be trashed without Carmelo Anthony. He was also second in voting for Defensive Player of the Year. He led the Heat to 66 wins this year and had the second longest winning streak in NBA history, winning 27 games in a row. In conclusion, the 2012-2013 LeBron was the best LeBron, with him being in his athletic prime and having success all around. He might have a season next year that can join the list, but we will have to see. Thanks for watching, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to get a notification for when I post. I'm out.